All right, so it's been a minute. I've got a lot going on in life right now, and it's kind of hindering me a lot on everything I got going, including cash flow problems. What I got going now is the block and crank I've got at the machine shop. We're going to use that, and one of the guys on Facebook on the 472 500 page showed me a set of rods for Oldsmobile through Rocket Racing that are 7 inches long that'll fit the 2.5 inch crank pin. So I can get away with running the Chevy 454 pistons. The problem is I'm only finding like a negative 15 cc where I want a negative 23, 25 to do what I want to do to it. But it is what it is. I'm going to make it work. Here's where we're at now, trying to do the mounts for the engine. My daughter borrowed my jack yesterday. I told her I needed it back today, and I still don't have it back. She should be bringing it here in a little bit. And we'll lift the back up, get everything level, use the cherry picker to hold it up, and then measure the plates where I need them, drill the 3/4 hole, and then find out where the original mount holes were, and I'll use them. But with the other engine, this one's going in for now, and then we're going to make this one run. For lack of better words, my uncle isn't going to make it for too much longer, and he's really in the cars, and I'd like to take him for a ride in this. And the engine that's in the machine shop just isn't going to be done nowhere near in time. So I want to give him a thrill with this. I'm hoping maybe one day he'll feel good enough to drive, and I'll let him rip it down the street. And then I got 150, 175 shot of nitrous we can put on it just to give him a little giggle juice, because if we blow this engine up, I really don't give a fuck. He needs the fun before the end. But I'm going to be getting into what we're doing with the other engine when I get there. It's going to take a lot longer. It's been a compromise and a compromise and a compromise. I know. I'm still going to do the 2 blowers. I swear I'm going to get it done. It just won't be probably till the middle of next summer and the next year. I'm in the middle of trying to buy a house this next month, and just got a lot going on. So I'll give you a little better details on to do this A body, to put it in with the plates. It looks like really nothing. You just need a plate to come forward from where the original stands were on the K member out to the mount. You see it right there. Same thing on the other side. I got to get the engine straight and more level where I want it on the chassis. And then I'll make a makeshift cross member real quick for the trans just to hold it up with a 2x4. And then we'll set the engine height where I want it and put it at the right angle. I think I wanted it at 15 degrees roughly. We'll see. The intake I've got isn't set up like a normal intake with the 15 degree for the carb, but I can set the 15 degrees with the trans and the engine and just set it back, or actually set it level. It's more of a drain back issue for oil. I'll live. It'll still get back to the majority of it. After I modified the pan, I think it's going to hold about 8 quarts, so I'm not real worried about it. What else I want to tell you guys that's going on? Yeah, probably after Christmas I'll be looking for the 2 blowers, and we'll get that knocked out and just done. And if I get that done, I might... See, here's the problem I'm having. I don't have a steel crank for the other engine. I'm going to use the cast crank, which 1200 horse is the limit, period. They'll go to 1200, and then as I was talking to the guys online, they're talking about the caps walking around a little bit. So what I'm going to do is pin the caps around the bolts, and then use a halo girdle to stop it from moving around. And that'll stiffen up where the crank's at to stop it from moving and moving the caps, and everything should hold together fairly decent. And we'll let her rip. I'm going to pull her up to 1200 horse with nitrous. And then when I get the blower motor done, that's just going to be all out steel crank. Everything I ever wanted in an engine. Till later, man. You guys got any questions, just ask. I'll tell you what I know. I don't know everything, but if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, by all means, go for it. Tell your friends too.